Hello everyone. You guys really liked my build videos I did last week over Rain and Ripley's lore accurate builds during my Survivor week. So now that I can play the Xenomorph again, it's about time for my take on the alien, specifically from the 1979 original movie. This was a bit of a challenge since in the original movie, the alien actually doesn't have that much screen time, nor is it really active or nimble in the time that it is actually on screen. However, I think I came up with a perfect build for our big chat. So let's go ahead and get into it. Disclaimer as always, lore accurate builds are mostly subjective. They can be based on different scenes, different canons, different media, you name it. So as long as it's vaguely reflective of the original character, it's good enough. First, I struggled to find a way to implement the Xenomorph's life cycle into our build. Obviously, we can't play as a facehugger or chestburster in Dead by Daylight, but I found a fun way to compromise. This being by running our two add-ons, Overmorph and Molted Skin. While we cannot play as the previous life cycles in Dead by Daylight, we can bring them with us rather literally into the trial, with Overmorph giving us faster cooldown on our power by 25%, and Molted Skin giving survivors exhaustion for 30 seconds after placing a flame turret. Now we start with our perks. First, I had to find a way to encapsulate the alien's attack plan in the first film. The Xenomorph is far less aggressive than it is in later sequels, choosing to attack from the shadows, and when it does attack, it often takes out their prey in one fell swoop. For this, I picked a combo of two perks, that being the Pyramid Head teachable Trail of Torment and the Blight teachable Dragon's Grip. Trail of Torment gives us our stealth, since after kicking a generator, it gives you the undetectable status effect until the generator stops progressing and then reveals the aura of the generator to the survivors in yellow. This also mimics the motion tracker from the original Alien, since the survivors have some vague idea of where you're at, but no clear idea where. Dragon's Grip gives us our lethality, since after kicking a generator, the first survivor to touch that generator screams and reveals their location for 4 seconds, but more importantly, applies the exposed status effect for 60 seconds. This emulates the original Alien's attack plan. Kick the generator and then lie in wait, tracking your prey from afar from the shadows granted by Trail of Torment. Once they touch the generator and become exposed by Dragon's Grip, swoop in and deal with them in one swift blow. Even if there's nowhere to hide with Trails undetectable, you can simply use the control stations to lurk below for Dragon's Grip activation. This plan is further aided by our next perk, the general perk Spies from the Shadows, which is whenever a crow is disturbed within 36 meters of you by a survivor, you gain a loud noise notification from its location. This not only helps to see if our deadly gen kick plan is coming to fruition by seeing if any crows are being disturbed on the way back to the generator from the survivor coming back, but also it has a very fun lore implication. In the original film, Jonesy the cat of the Nostromo often finds himself running in fear or cornered by the alien. It is in those moments that the crewmates like Brett discover Jonesy, but are dreadfully unaware of the creature lurking in the darkness nearby, ready to strike. So my idea is that the crows are kind of like Jonesy, in the sense that it's an animal that we have no interest in hurting, but serves its goal in helping us track and lure out survivors. Finally, I went for the final scene of the film, where Ripley assumes she has bested the alien by blowing up the Nostromo, just to find out that the creature has snuck on board her escape shuttle to evade the blast. It really seemed like despite everything, there really was no way out for Ripley. For that, I picked the Trickster teachable No Way Out, which is when the exit gates are activated by a survivor, they give a loud noise notification and are blocked for 12 seconds. This timer goes up by 12 more seconds for every unique hook you got in the trial, for a total of 60 seconds at max stacks. No Way Out perfectly symbolizes the inevitability and unrelenting presence of the Xenomorph. Even if you think you've gotten it, it finds a way to come back for one final fight. Overall, this build genuinely feels like you're playing the original Alien from 1979, slinking around maps and baiting survivors into mistakes that culminate in their downfall. I found this build surprisingly territorial, sticking around generators with progress to keep Dragon's Grip and Trail active, waiting for survivors to wander back into the fray, just to be punished for trying to save their previously progressed gens. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's go ahead and take a look in today's showcase matches. DBD? What was that? All right. What the hell was that? Server dying? Maybe that's what that was. That was wild. That's okay. Something is very wrong. I'm going to be so honest. Something is very wrong. Something is afoot. Let's see if this works. Fast coming early. Hi Zeno, it's good to see you. Did she see me over there? I think she's... Oh. Okay. It was just... Okay. That sucks. She was just sitting at this pallet that whole time. Alina didn't even move, dude. That's crazy. There's also another Sable? Why is the whole team over here? Hi, Bias. It's going interestingly. DBD freaked out when I loaded in. And I do mean, like, freaked out. Like, barely functioning. Oh my gosh, I love balance landing. Auto landing is so cool. So high. It's amazing. Yeah, I see that, Grocky. I saw that. Hi, Buwos. How are you? I kind of figured that. I'm sorry that didn't happen earlier, because of the fact that, like, you know. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier, considering that how long we spent loading the game in. Yeah, up here. That's wow, there's too much stuff in the way. Bugged wind-up when you enter the mode? What do you mean the bugged wind-up? What are you talking about? What is the bugged wind-up, TM? I'm just gonna leave. Does it drop today? No. It drops tomorrow. I pre-ordered it though, so... Like a faster wind-up? Like how you can cancel it? Yeah. That's not a bug. It's just like a cancel situation. Yeah, that's not a bug. Any Xenomorph reviews? No. If you guys want to see a specific character on the reviews, please send in the reviews. Uzi does the same thing to me. Does everybody in this team have balance? If you want to see a specific character, make sure that you actually like submit a match with said character, or else you're probably not going to see it. I doubt they changed something, Tappa. Not to be negative, but I doubt they actually changed anything. I'm sorry you're stressed. Hopefully whatever stressing out improves. My day sucked. I had one of those days where it's like everything that could go wrong was going wrong. I was like, brother. You did that way too late, sister. Hey, Lethal. How's it going? Yeah, those days. I'm sure tomorrow will be better. I hope so. It was just like when I was cooking, it was messy. I kept dropping stuff. OBS was finicky when it was loading up. Oh, that's cool, Rocky. That's amazing. Well, she didn't know I was here. That's why you put up turrets. Oh, I missed the stairs. I think she went behind me anyways. Yeah. Size free tracks coming too? That is indeed true. she decided so late to throw that. I realized that if you just like W key through pallets, like a lot of time they don't go for the stun. I can't tell if it was a good or bad play. It worked out regardless though. What are some best add-ons for Xeno? Harpoon gun, Lambert star map, molted skin. Probably your top three. Then you're looking at like self-destruct bolt, emergency helmet, semi-auto keyboard. You want good at learning add-ons. Overmorph is great. Serial actions is great. Hi. How are you? That trail's getting them, dude. I'm telling you. Oh, she touched the gen. Dragon's grip. This is so funny. Back on in, indeed. Indeed. What are the best places to place turrets? To extend, put them outside of loops to extend loops to make them better. Put them between dead zones so you can cross dead zones a little bit safer. You can put two side by side in a double turret setup. I don't know why I went for that shot. I knew she just wanted the balanced. If you want to knock the Xenomorph out of the power in a confirmed way. He knows better. I'm not going to mind game this. Never mind. Never mind. I'm just better. Hee. We're being pretty fair right now. We're kind of hooking everyone equally. I like Singularity. I just think that, like midi characters, they kind of benefit from playing kind of really intense and somewhat mean. That does kind of like make it harder for me to enjoy them sometimes. Because I do just kind of want to chase, which, you know, is not always the best option with him. Sometimes the best option is to... Okay, I'll just go after you then. Sometimes the best option is to just like hold down an area. Okay, so you're gonna body block off hook and then you're gonna try to guitar appease me? Hi, Shrimp. How are you? I'm just gonna go after you. Oh, she made some distance. I kind of want to get more value out of my build here. This is almost all but regressed entirely. Okay, she's back upstairs. Okay. Maybe this is somebody else. Oh, I tried. I tried to grab it first. No. I thought that would have been funny. It didn't work out, though. Probably Springtrap, Fred. Probably Springtrap's my second favorite. They're pretty fun. Oh, I didn't expect her to run into me. What was that? What is she doing? She hasn't been live for a few months? You mean the March changes? Do you mean the changes only back in March? Boo-boos? Is that what you're referring to? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Crunch. Maury Monday. They're big enough gameplay impact? They're basically just quality of life increases. They're not really a buff or a nerf. They just kind of make them generally better feeling. Sorry, getting a little burpy. They're not really stronger or weaker. They're just, you know, they just feel better to play. I haven't even seen one of the portal things, like, at all. It'd be funnier if people did unironically believe that triple. Like, people swear on that, and it's so wild to me. No, I don't even think I have the range to hit that. Okay. Killer, you would want to be the best in the game? What do you mean? Wow. Yeah, I've heard that take a lot, that it makes it like easier to aim because it's like it's easier to aim because it has a longer windup now. So that's nice. Which one do you think funny to be OP? I know this is kind of a bummer answer, but I don't want any character OP. I think characters being OP hurts the health of the game. It makes everybody's lives worse, so yeah. I don't want anybody OP. You know, despite the weird load into this game, we got a lot of value out of the build, which is really funny. Yeah, there are shots you can't hit anymore, but it's like a very slim amount because of the wind up being a little bit longer, but it's literally 0.1. And that's not make it or break it to you, like, come on. Whoa. Hi, buddy. Hi. How are you? What's up? How you doing today? Look, see? They're saying hi. Yes. Hi, I see you. Don't get on the PC. Don't get on the PC, but hey! That's not for you. Remember how I went out to the store yesterday? And I got you those new... Why did she DC? Those new little springs? That's upstairs. That you like so much? You know, the little nice people in the box. There's the ones that give subs, bits, and stuff. So if you break the PC, you're kind of hurting yourself if you think about it. I know where the bot is, but I want to find Hatch first. Well, it's a bot. Oh, you mean like before she DC'd? I thought you meant it was weird that she was upstairs. I'm like, well, it's a robot. Oh, she just lasered to it. That's why I was trying to find it before she did, because I knew bots like to do that. Bots like to just laser straight to the hatch. I was like, it's coming, I know it. But still wasn't good enough. Trial, that being the crows, right? So I'm like, okay, well, in Alien, Xeno is tracking the survivors, but also some of them get found out solely through the fact that Jonesy goes missing, and a lot of people end up looking for Jonesy at different points of the film while the Xenomorph's around, and the Xenomorph gets the drop on them. So it's like kind of like a similar situation, you know? Okay, they went to this one. That was either barely gonna hit or barely gonna miss. Fortunately, it did the other. Okay. Swung a little late. Rebecca went in. Hi, buddy. I don't think I get her no matter what I do here. Yeah, Nancy, I meant. Bro. Life is such a brain dead perk, dude. She literally should have died there, but just doesn't because perk said so. That's so cringy, dude. The telephone pole behind me stole my hit. She was still exposed. From Dragon's Grip. Holy moly. That's funny. That's unlucky. this, but somebody's out here. Nah, that's still her. That's not it either. There must be all up in that corner of the map. Yeah, they're all up there. Yeah, if you're Rusted Tail, this is a good one too. Because, oh, they're both in here, huh? Hi, buddy. It's the second best tail to use in the game. Oh, you're still staying in here. Not trying to leave. Yes, I am. It's good to see Sagi. How are you? Hey, Mikey. How are you? How's your my day treating you? Let me take a peek on these areas. That doesn't have progress. This has a lot of progress. It didn't look like it earlier. I'm gonna try to use the stealth from this. Works. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Hi, Sing. How are you, bud? Hope start your week treating you well. Keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's Queen next to you. I like how like the whole point of today is like lore accurate original Xenomorph. And you guys are like, use every other skin besides Big Chap. We got a grab, by the way. Just tired? I feel that. I'm tired all the time. Yeah, I love Horse. Horse is one of my really, really good homies. We are going to be watching more of Andor this weekend, which is pretty exciting. Oh, are you done? Are you done, buddy? Okay. Doing a little too well. On Batum preschool ball mats, by the way. Doing a little too well. Gotta leave. Maury Monday. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Yeah, the top three go Blighted, the Molting Skin, and then the Queen, in that order. Yeah, I remember that. It was awful. I hated when it had all those variations. Facial marking on her. Any character that has a Mori where they change the face right now is activating early in the Halloween event. I'm master at it until she was kill switched. Singularity has it. Anything that alters the face shows up early for no reason. Yo, Benny, thank you so much for the link, friend. I appreciate it. I don't have undetectable, so this may not work as well. It wasn't like that Gas 7 situation, because at least I had a big old car wall, so you couldn't tell like where I was nearby. But yeah, there, I don't really have anywhere to hide behind. That helps me. Where are you going? Oh, I was going to do a mind game, but that brick wall's there. Hi, buddy. Is this your favorite build at the moment? This is a new build I'm tooling, which is a lore accurate Xenomorph from the 1979 original. So, yeah. It's good to see you, Rares. Hopefully you're well. A turret over there. God, they have long left. Okay, that's better than bad. We take those. That's a little bit of progress, but not a lot. What if they swung around back to here? I think that an easy way to quote-unquote fix Xenomorph was just to make it to where they, the motion sensors are only like 60 meters or something like that. I think that would help a lot. Hi, buddy. Oh, okay. Never mind. Where are you going? Okay, so riddle me this, Batman. Why do you smoke bomb and then vault? You throw an item that's supposed to obscure where you're going, and then immediately after you make a loud noise notification. See, Jeff has the better idea. Out here in the middle, I can't tell where you're going. I just have to make a guess. So, that made sense. Is he just serious? I was like, where did he go? That was actually a really good dead hard. Good job. Good stuff. Morning Monday. Yeah, people would abuse that so much. Like, you'd be getting chased by an Oni and they would like run into the void and you'd be like, okay. Good? No. Can it work sometimes? Yes. Because when I think of good, I think like consistent. It's not consistent. Can it work? Yes. Will it work every time? No. Thought I heard it, but I think it was just the control station. Where they got it. What? I hope so, Coffee. I hope so. Once again, syringe, BNP, and people are complaining? Like, come on. Larry's. Hello, everyone. My name is Markiplier. Welcome to my playthrough of Five Nights at Freddy's. Lython Fong? No way. It's almost like it's her teachable or something. You decided way too late to do that. Way too late. Problem is now we are very far away from where they spawned. Which is good. Good play by her macro-wise to like leave me really far away from where everybody is. But hold on. She's greeting this, which means she'll probably greet it if I leave. So this is like a perfect setup here. Hi, Joe. How's it going, friend? How are you? Here we are. Oh, they went in. Went into the thing. Hold up. That's crazy that I get to... It's cool I get to see that in the... Oh, wow. Okay, okay, okay. That was pretty smooth. Good job, Tap. I actually kind of respect that. That was kind of cool. He probably gets that gen. Ew. Hi, Thomas. How are you? He was just waiting for me. He bamboozled me back. He said, what if I take your bamboozle and I raise you a bamboozle? Like I said, she was probably going to come back. That makes sense. The way she greeted it right until I got up on it, that's probably meant she was just going to greet it in general. I'm still undetectable, so I'm just going to do a circle and come back. Interesting question. Why do I smell? I don't know. Just born that way. What's the actual question? Okay, I don't think he's interested in coming back here. Somebody's going up, though. Hi, buddy. Oh, turret up there is a very weird choice. Okay, he's jumping down, going this way. I have undetectable, so unless there's a turret over there, he's not going to know where I'm coming from exactly. Yeah, he doubled back because he had no idea where I was. He kind of had to. Both of those are incorrect. Yeah, both of those are incorrect. I think you could say, like, is gen rushing okay? You can have that on conversation. Just like, you know, the conversation, is tunneling okay? They absolutely exist. I think I got the positive bug there. But for some reason, Xeno just gets a quicker wind-up on a double tap. Couldn't tell, though. Hi. We haven't got a dragon to play, but we're getting massive trail value. Yeah, Baton's a perfect example of a map that is definitely very heavily favors one side. I think they reset over there. Hear that gen they did. I think they're going around. Let's meet them on the other side. Yep. Okay, they got Lara. Here's Fung. These guys have no idea where I am. It's so funny. She has light, but she's also in a corner, so it's not going to really help her too much. Yeah. Oh, this cart's in the way. Oh, that was ambitious. I was not going to hit that. I think this is a perfect opportunity. Trail's about to come out after cooldown again. That gen is nearly finished. Maybe we can intercept a little bit. I don't see any footprints coming back. Yeah, they just healed up over here. They're resetting somewhere, yeah. I heard them like vaguely around here, but I didn't know where. Ooh, I kind of went through her head a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that does work, but being kind of finicky. Okay, I guess I'm just not going to be able to shoot over the thing I've shot over like a billion times. Thank you, behavior. Functional video game in every way, shape, and form. Okay, what's the benefit of that? So I know you have light, not that hard, so. I need to get that hook in the void challenge done, but like, it's extremely difficult. They're just in and out so quick a lot of the time that it's like, by the time that they're in there, you can't like necessarily capitalize on them being in there. Okay. She went the other way. I think I'm just gonna go interrupt this gen. Yep. Use our undetectable to our advantage. I would rather have one of the Death Hit gamers. Huh? Mori Monday. Woo. Punch. Oh, I think I scared her because she was like hugging the wall there. Yeah, she definitely wanted her life, but because I knew that, I knew she wouldn't fake the window. Mori Monday. I haven't got a single dragon script, but my trail value has been unmatched. Hi, Dino. How are you? She had no idea. Unlucky. You would have turned out here too. How'd you not hear where I was? Yes, it is. Yes, it is Animus. If my computer can handle it, I'm going to stream it. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. Oh! Thank you, game. Missing somebody point blank in front of me because apparently I hit something behind them, quote unquote. Very cool. Yeah, I feel I've been doing a little bit of like a social break too lately, Dino. Like I've not been in a lot of other people's streams and stuff. I kind of just needed a little like mental reset, you know. So I feel that. Thank you for watching, everyone. What do you think of my original 1979 Alien lore accurate build? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, also make sure you like and subscribe, because that's how I know I'm doing a good job on the back end. Other than that, hopefully this video made your day a little bit better today. If it didn't, I'll try to make your day better in the next video. And if I don't see you there, well, you know that thing I always say. I'll see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.